Hi everyone, welcome to the Smash That Small Paper Pad Collaboration 2021, which I am the host of. There's a number of us that are participating and they'll all be linked down below, so be sure to check everyone else out after you watch mine, please. So I have been working with last month and this month this paper pad, and it had 24 double-sided papers. I am considering it smashed. I do have a few pieces left. I just kind of got tired of it, and I have an idea for those pieces, and I'll share them with you in a minute. But yeah, this was the paper, and last month I made 12 cards, A2 sized, which I'll share at the end. This month I didn't want to start off with cards, but I did. I made this one first. This paper, now, okay, first of all, most of the products I'm going to share with you are not Stampin' Up, with the exception of any cardstock, stamps, and inks, but the papers, you know, are not. And I'm not sponsored by anyone other than Stampin' Up. Just want to get that out of the way. And I did use a couple retired blings on here from the gold glittery enamel dots, which recently retired. I think those might be the only ones I used that retired. Now this sentiment came from Tasteful Touches, which is current. Just saying hello. I needed sort of a bigger sentiment. This was from the, okay, so not only was I using the paper pad, I was using the die cut ephemera that coordinated, and I still have a few pieces left. I couldn't use it up. I tried. Anyway, and then of course this was from it, and this is current ribbon Old Olive with Pretty Peacock on the reverse, and I thought that went well. The cardstock is Old Olive, and then just a piece on the inside, just saying hello. So that's the first thing. And then I thought I want to do something different. So I had watched Septeria 18, and she made these little, well, she made half-size ones and then these larger ones. And these larger ones take one sheet of 6x6 paper. I will try to remember to leave a link to her channel. I know it was a video from April 19th, I want to say. I wrote it down, hang on. May 19th. It was just a little bit ago, actually. There was another one I was watching in April, but I didn't make that project. So I made 6. I used 6 pieces. I think I had 12 left, because last month I had used 12 and made 12 cards, but I had some scraps. And this month I had 6 different pieces, 6 different designs, 2 of each, 12 pieces left as well. So with one of each of the pieces, now I just have these stuck closed with, which they don't seem to be staying real well, with the Scotch brand. Well, that's not the right label. Anyway, they're reusable squares, and I had gotten them at Target a while back, so I don't know where you can find them. I got them on clearance, so I don't know if they were discontinuing them or Target was just discontinuing them or what. But they are reusable. For these, I put little bows on. I might have put those dies away already. No, I didn't. Hang on. These bows are from, I want to say Paper Smooches. Hang on. I have them on magnet sheets and rusty. Yeah. Paper Smooches. Wise dies that I've had for a while now, and it cuts out all these little dies, and I just used this one and this one, and then a little gem, which is from playing with patterns, and this is a basic rhinestone. They're both Stampin' Up current items. And the other ones I didn't put anything on yet. Like some of them I don't feel like needs anything, but this one I might put something on, and maybe this one. I'm not sure yet. So yeah, those are what I made. I don't have anything in them I will tell you, I made, the next thing I made was this ATC card, because I thought, I'm going to make ATC cards to put in the envelopes. And they do fit. But then your little closure thing is going to close onto your ATC card, which I guess won't hurt it, but you know, I just didn't like that, so I didn't put them in there. And then I stopped making them because, yeah, but I thought that one was cute. Another one of the bows. That's just a circle that punches out, and I did them in Gorgeous Grape and Balmy Blue. This was one of the die cut ephemeras. This was a scrap left over from doing one of these. I forget which one. Anyway, I think it might have been this one, because the borders, no, that looks too small. I don't remember. Anyway, yeah, I'm not sure. This one, it was this one. So this came off this paper on part of it. So anyway, I thought that came out cute, and I stamped Smile, and that was from Lovely You stamp set. So those two I used. And then I had this little scrap, and I just made this little matchbook thing, but I didn't put anything in it. I don't know what to put in it. And those would fit also in the envelopes. So just some ideas of things you could put in them. So those were the first things I made. I don't like that they're not staying closed. And they're small. They're too small for mini slimline cards, because, how do I know that? Because that's what I made next. I made cards. I went back to cards, but at least I did a few different ones. So these two are the same. I put them on basic black cardstock by Stampin' Up. And did I write this down? Oh, I have it on my paper here. Okay, so these are meant to fit in the envelopes like, hang on. I'm going to show you this, but it's from the one I did in a different collab. But these envelopes you can get in a box. I don't know what size these are called, but they're like security envelopes. You can buy a whole box of them for pretty cheap. And the envelopes are 6 1/2 this way by 3 5/8 this way. So I made the cards 6 1/4 by 3 1/4, because the paper is 6, and that way it mats on there nicely. So the paper, the designer paper, is cut 6 by 3. It's just cut in half. So for the remaining several papers anyway, not all of it, but yeah, yes, I think all of it, I made however many cards this is. So here's 2. Well, I kind of couldn't make 12 because I used some one piece that I had messed up an envelope. That's what I was using for these, so I ended up with some scraps, but I couldn't make cards out of it. Anyway, well, I did, but not these kind. So this Life is Better with a Friend Like You, that is from Peaceful Moments, right here, which is current. It carried over. And I stamped it right on the designer paper. Now I will tell you, I put that, I think I put that in my, no, this one I did not put in the Stamparatus. There's another one I'll show you later that I did, because I wanted to make sure it was centered, but I did pretty good on it. I was happy. And then on the insides of all of these, there's just a piece of white, which is cut 3 by 6, and strips of the leftover papers. This one I put it on this side. So that's that. And then, so this one I used the same side. These two are, this is what's on the back of this, for example. So here, the hello is out of, I forget, hang on. Oh, Forever Fern. But I used the dies that go with the Peaceful Moments, which were part of that poppy suite a while back. So I used this and also the centerpiece. And I did this in Gorgeous Grape, which is what the card base is. And this is Pool Party. Pretty sure that's Pool Party. And then inside I had a little strip left, so I just did a little flag and put it that way, because it was originally thinking put it down at the bottom, but then the flowers were going the wrong way, so I did that. This one I turned sideways, and this was one of the cut aparts that I thought went well. It has the dark, it actually has like a blackberry bliss color, but it goes alright with the grape. This ribbon is current. It is Gorgeous Grape sheer ribbon, number 154572. It's from the Hydrangea Hill Suite in the January to June mini catalog this year on page 19, but it did carry over to the annual catalog as well on page 139. And this is Gorgeous Grape. This is Pear Pizzazz, and the thank you is from Peaceful Moments also. And then these dies are the new contour. I don't think I have them out still. I'm not sure. The color and contour in the new annual catalog. That's what they're from. I do not have them out. I don't know where I put them. Things that make you go and then inside again the stripe is going a different direction, but oh well. So that's those two. And then these two, this is what's on the reverse of that. And so one at a time. This one is very similar to this one here in the way I did it. In fact, I did these at the same time. I love this paper here. And this is on Gorgeous Grape and Gorgeous Grape here. And this part on both of these is bumped up on dimensionals. This one is just glued down, and same thing, okay? Then on this one, I put it on Bumblebee to bring out the yellow. But this is the brand new Mint Macaron soft velvet ribbon, 1/2 inch. I put it down with seal and also glue dots, and then I actually ended up adding some strong wet glue also to make sure it held down. I don't really recommend using the wet glue, but maybe more glue dots, because seal didn't seem to be holding that particular ribbon that well. Maybe Seal Plus would do better. I stamped To a Friend That Makes Me Smile. And that was out of Forever Fern right here. And I used a punch, which is called the Label Me Lovely punch, number 151296. It carried over. I stamped in Memento Tuxedo Black, bumped that up on dimensionals, and then these were 2 pieces of the ephemera, and I just put them on either side of it. And I meant to put, we have Mint Macaron gems in the new catalog, so I meant to put them on. Okay, and then this one, these two are the same side of the paper, but you know, it was one of those sheets that goes like that, and I just put them in the same direction. And these I did put in the Stamparatus. I used the thank you, and where is it? Just wanted to say thank you. I did put them in the Stamparatus. I stamped them both in, I can't remember if it was Highland Heather or Gorgeous Grape. But anyway, this one's backed on Highland Heather, and I did have a scrap also. And this one's backed on Balmy Blue, and another scrap. So those are those cards. And then, so I kept them together as what papers went with what. So there's what, 2, 4, 6, 8 of those. All right, and then I did go back and make some A2s because I just couldn't figure out anything more creative to do. But all I had left at this point were scraps, and they're mostly the ones I started with were about 2 inches. They were like this, or some were a little shorter, and I still have a number. I think I'm just going to make bookmarks. Well, see, these I can't make bookmarks with, but these I might just make, I might laminate them and make bookmarks with, because they're double-sided, so they don't really work for tags too well unless I back them. But I think I'm going to just poke a hole in them, you know, laminate them. Well, laminate them, punch a hole in them, and do that. And then honestly, and maybe that one too, these bits I think I'm not going to keep because they're mostly thin slivers. Some of these are off the tops of the papers like that. See, it's one-sided. And I at one point thought, well, I can use them on the inside of cards, but I never did. And even these have like numbers on them, so I had to cut them off. So these bits will probably not be kept. Yeah. These I'll probably, like I said, laminate and make into bookmarks. So I'm going to consider this smashed, and when I get around to that, I'll do it. And I don't know, I tried to use these up, but there's a couple big pieces. There's one tag, which I could stick in one of those little envelopes. And there's one little flower. Actually, I used half of this strip. I didn't show that to you yet. I used half of one of these strips, but I just couldn't figure out where or how to use the other one. So, anyway, let me show you these final cards. This one is on Pear Pizzazz. And I just layered them like I do. And then these are using the layering circles by Stampin' Up. And there's that Just Saying Hello from the Tasteful Touches set again. And these are the Playing with Patterns resin dots. I had this card in here because those three finished this particular card, and I need to put that in my recycle. So that's the first one of A2 size. This one I had smaller strips, and I did a scrappy strip onto, and it's about a 5 by 3. Yeah. It was a little bigger than that, but the strips were uneven. So I lined them up all along the bottom and then just glued them down. Some went over the paper and others were shorter, and then I just trimmed it down to about 3. This was a scrap. This is on Highland Heather cardstock. Here's the playful Playing with Patterns dots again. And this, I was going to stamp one of those, and when I opened my stamp case, Tasteful Touches, there was already one done. And in Highland Heather, see, I do like this, I keep bits in my case that I've already done, and so I just used it and put it on the card, bumped up, and that's it. Pretty simple. And then inside I just used a piece of the ephemera that I thought went with it. And then this one is the last one, and I just wanted to use this beautiful strip, and because it's a little wider than the other pieces. But this, I put it on Highland Heather, and originally I just had it right on the card and it was missing something. So I pulled out some Whisper White by Stampin' Up, and I ran it through the Ornate Flowers 3D embossing folder, which is carried over from last year's annual catalog. It's item 152725. I actually really like this embossing folder. And then I wanted a sort of a, I actually had the Highland Heather square piece, so I cut a piece of white down to fit inside of it. I use scraps. I keep my scraps in with my main cardstock colors in job ticket order folders, and then I always try to use the scraps before I grab for the larger piece for doing die cuts and stuff. So on this one I used a brand new stamp set called Quiet Meadow, which I want to do more with, and I used this Heartfelt Love and Caring Thoughts Are With You, and I also used this flower. So I just stamped it off and then stamped it because it's 5 petal flowers just like these are. but I just wanted it to be faint, and then stamped the sentiment right on there, and then glued that onto the Highland Heather and bumped it up. And then these are the pearls, which I didn't keep out. These are from the Highland, not the Highland Heather, the hydrangea set in the January to June mini catalog, but the pearls carried over, as did the stamp set, but I didn't use that one. And then inside, here's where I used one of these border strips, and I just glued it down along the side. A little crooked, but it's okay, because those flowers match these flowers. So that is that one, and that's all I have. So I have 8 mini slimline cards, 3 more A2, an ATC, a little matchbook thing I don't know what to do with, and 6 mini pocket envelopes. Now, I did see that Septeria put these in her traveler's notebook and just hooked them in, like right here, folded it over and closed it as a pocket in her traveler's notebook. So there's an idea too. And I do have a traveler's notebook, but it doesn't really match these, but so yeah, that's what I have. Plus I have the original 12 cards I did from last month. So 12, 13, 14, 15 A2s, 8 mini slimlines, excuse me, and 6 mini pockets, and an ATC, and this, and also I'll get about 5 or 6 laminated bookmarks is what I'm going to do there. So I'm considering it smashed. I'll work on those laminated bookmarks as soon as I get a chance, and I don't know what I'm going to do for next month, guys, so we shall see. So I hope you enjoyed that, and please, it only took me 2 months to smash this one, yay. But unlike some of the ones I've used in the past, it only had 24 sheets, thank goodness, because I think that's enough for me, because if I get them any bigger than that, it's going to take me like 3 or 4 months, and I get tired of work. I was getting tired of working with this, quite honestly. Even though it's gorgeous, I loved it when I bought this set, obviously, and I even was playing around with making, I folded this over, and this flap went the other way. It's like a giant matchbook thingy, and I was going to put paper in, so I may still do that at some point, but not right now. I'm kind of done with it, you know? So yes, smashed. As far as I'm concerned, smashed. And I hope you enjoyed. Please go check everyone else out, and I hope to talk to you again soon. Sorry for the long video. Bye for now.